Hi, I'm Beth from My Tutoring Bee, and in today's video we are going over transformations with translations. I have a few examples. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, in this first example, we are being asked to translate triangle XYZ 5 units left and 2 units up. So one thing that I want to point out is a lot of times we will be given directional instructions. So we'll see up, down, left, right, and some amount of units, such as in this example here. However, there is also mapping and vector style of instructions for how to translate objects. I'll give you some examples of that. Let's go ahead and translate this triangle. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these 3 vertices and just count along the graph 5 units left and 2 units up. And we need to do that same movement pattern with each of our vertices. For our X, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the left, and then 1, 2, 2 units up, and that is where X prime will go. This little mark right here, we just call that prime. That shows the new image, that is the transformation or the translation of this original pre-image. Okay, let's do that same thing with all of these vertices. So for Y, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2. So right here is where Y prime is going to be located. And then for Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So Z prime lands right there. And then we're going to connect all of these with our straight lines to create that triangle. So we can see, let me try to make that a little bit better. We can see that these 2 triangles are congruent to each other. We haven't changed the size of this triangle. We simply slid it over to the left and then up. So let's talk about that mapping. Mapping has a lot to do with the coordinates of each of our points. So a lot of times, let's say if we were given the directions with mapping instead of these directionals, so this would look like this. We would have X, Y, and then a little arrow, and then it would have X minus 5 since we are moving at 5 units to the left. So a movement to the left would be a subtraction. And then we would have Y plus 2 since moving up would be an addition to whatever that Y coordinate is. And then let's take a look at, for example, our X coordinate. The original X coordinate is 2, 5. So if we use this mapping of 2, 5, and we subtract 5 from the X value, and we add 2 to the Y value, then that would give us 2 minus 5 is negative 3, and 5 plus 2 is 7. And let's see where our X prime wound up. It is at point negative 3, 7. So that is how mapping works. Now with vector, it's somewhat similar to mapping, except it doesn't start off with the XY. It just gives you a V with a little arrow above. So with that type of direction, it would look like this. It would have V with the arrow equals, and then in these brackets, it would have the minus 5 and plus 2. So it's just sort of, it's a little bit pared down from the mapping style of directions. So instead of having the X and the Y's in here, we just have the directions of what to do. So this is telling us to subtract 5 from the X value and to add 2 to the Y value. So that is vector. I typically don't see vector notation with the students that I work with. It's usually either directional or mapping, but I wanted to include it. Now let's take a look at a problem that is asking us to write a rule to describe the transformation. So we see the pre-image and the image here already graphed. We need to come up with what is the rule that made this translation happen. So again, we can either count like we did in the previous problem, or we can take a look at the coordinates and see what happened to those X and Y values. So let's take a look at coordinate L and L prime. You do want to choose the coordinates that correspond to each other. So let's see how far over to the left we had to go. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units left. So we're going to write translate 10 units left. And then from here, we had to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units up. So that's the directional notation. And again, we could have used the mapping notation. So for mapping notation, we would, again, look at those coordinates. Let's take a look at coordinate M. So M is at -3, -3. And then M prime is at 7, 4. So then let's see what we would have to do to get from -3 to 7 and from -3 to 4. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite them here. 7, 4. So from -3 to 7, it looks like that is a plus 10. So this would be x plus 10. And then from -3 to positive 4, that looks like a y plus 7. So that would be our mapping rule there. Thanks so much for watching. I do have some more videos. I will link those in the description below about other types of transformations like reflections, rotations, and dilations. So be sure to check those out. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That does really help me to continue making these videos for you. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.